two brothers. One dream. A bond forged in ambition. Shattered by rivalry. This is the untold war that birthed two of the world's biggest sports brands, Adidas and Puma. A war not fought on battlefields, but in boardrooms, on the streets, and across generations. The story begins in a small German town called Herzogenaurach. The Dassler brothers, Adolf, known as Adi, and Rudolf, known as Rudy, were two men with one vision: to create the best athletic shoes in the world. In 1924, they founded the Gebruder Dassler Schuhfabrik, or Dassler Brothers Shoe Factory. Adi, the reserved genius, focused on crafting revolutionary designs. Rudy, the charismatic businessman, was the driving force behind sales. Their big break came in 1936 when Adi personally delivered a pair of handcrafted running shoes to Jesse Owens, the African-American sprinter who went on to win 4 gold medals. This was a defining moment, proof that their shoes were made for champions. Sales soared. The Dasslers were on top of the world. But as the world changed, so did their relationship. Then came the war. Their factory was repurposed to produce military equipment. Tensions rose. Lines were drawn. And a single moment of betrayal, one that neither brother would ever forgive, set their rivalry in motion. The story goes that one night, as bombs fell over Herzogenaurach, Rudy and his family rushed into a shelter where Adi and his family were already hiding. Adi, frustrated by the chaos, muttered, "Here come those bastards again." Rudy took it as a personal attack. Whether it was a misunderstanding or an intentional jab, it fueled years of resentment. As the war ended, Rudy was arrested by American forces on suspicion of being a Nazi collaborator. Who tipped them off? Some say it was Adi. Others believe it was just unfortunate timing. Regardless, when Rudy was released, he was convinced that his own brother had betrayed him. That was the final straw. The Dassler Brothers Shoe Factory would never be the same again. The brothers made a decision that would change the world of sports forever. They divided everything: the employees, the machinery, even the town itself. Adi took one side of the Aurach River and founded Adidas, a name derived from his own, Adi Dassler. Rudy took the other and formed Puma. Herzogenaurach became a town torn in two. Employees had to choose a side. Families were split. Even local businesses aligned with one or the other. The rivalry only intensified. Adi scored a major victory in 1954 when the German national football team, wearing Adidas' innovative screw-and-stud boots, won the World Cup. It was a moment that cemented Adidas as a global brand. But Rudy wouldn't back down. Puma became the shoe of choice for legendary athletes like Pelé and later, Diego Maradona. The battle for supremacy wasn't just about business, it was personal. For decades, the Dassler feud defined sportswear. The brothers refused to speak. They competed fiercely, sometimes resorting to dirty tricks. Puma allegedly bribed referees. Adidas countered with exclusive sponsorship deals. The rivalry spilled onto football pitches, boxing rings, and Olympic tracks. Despite the fierce competition, neither Adi nor Rudy ever found true reconciliation. They lived in the same town, separated by their empires, but never spoke again. In the 1970s, Rudy reached out, but it was too late. When he passed in 1974, Adi did not attend his funeral. When Adi died 4 years later, the war between Adidas and Puma continued. It took 6 decades, but in 2009, employees of both companies finally buried the hatchet with a symbolic football match. It was a gesture of peace, proving that while the founders' rivalry had shaped the industry, their legacy was greater than their feud. Today, Adidas and Puma are giants of the sports world. Their competition pushed innovation, defined sports culture, and created a legacy that still stands. But behind the billion-dollar brands lies a simple story, of two brothers, once united, forever divided. The Dasslers built more than shoes. They built history.